we have capabilities to churn out models, at least get to good candidate models quickly and then refine over time. I
Yeah.
think the challenge historically has been how do you productionize those models and how do you get them into applications? To your point, how do you embed them into the experience that a user will have? So two different things that we've seen come up, right? Obviously, we've had APIs that can wrap endpoints around models to make it such that the interface between or the interchange between modeling and programming, like proper SDLC into the interface, is no longer a big challenge. You can have an interface based on an API that immediately makes your model leverageable in the code in which it was written. So you can deploy it very simply and easily, and then be able to leverage it in any application. What we're seeing now, the next evolution of that, is something that, at least within Databricks, we have an apps capability that lets you bring the application development into a much like slimmer stack. So you don't really have to set up the entire stack. All you're really doing is looking for those interface points into the data, and into the kind of code that you've already written and or wrapped in endpoints. So you end up getting only really the kind of slim front end part,
Mhm.
to kind of frame your data products, your application, and be able to leverage that. And that's definitely happening more. Surface analytics or data products into an interface is how much of the application development is necessary? How much do you want it to be a directed workflow versus something more like an agentic system that gives you a dynamic workflow capability to say, we're going to have all of these like effectively little services, right? And it's just going to dynamically figure out which ones to use based on the question it's asked,
Yeah.
right? So it's a very different style in terms of different kinds of experiences that are happening, some of which are interfacing with data, and some of which are potentially interfacing with other applications, data, models, whatever you need,
Yeah.
and thinking about opening that up.